Devil wanna bring me down. Please don't tell me now. And I don't think there's nothing I can do now to right my wrongs. I wanna talk to God and ain't talk so long. God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. The only thing that I pray is that my feet don't fail me now. And I don't think there's nothing I can do now to right my wrongs. What up, family? This talking so long. West is young restless. Yeah, West is the valley of the shadow of death. Got a bonus feature, it's the Holy Spirit, but the radio is scared of a record with Jesus in it. They be playing guns, drugs, and all that stripper is taking ignorant guests and I didn't figure it out around the monetized system. We got to play the AI version of what I like. This is Kanye West, Jesus Walk, a gospel version by AI. Y'all tap that screen when you come in. Like, share, subscribe. Jesus walk. God show me the way because the devil's gonna make me down. Walk with me. Don't fail me now. What up, Sean? What up, John? What up, Caroline? What up, Patrice? We spoken so long. To the slave soldiers, I ain't talking about the footwear, but the ones that died for this country that we have. To the hustlers, that's if you're still living, getting money legally. I'm never going to hell, I'm never going to jail. And if you are, then I'm praying for you, I'm saying for you. They said you can rap about anything except for Jesus, that means lies. What up, Kelly Cal? Hey, they gonna spin. Nigga take with my hands. Then I hope this take away from my sins and bring the day that I'm dreaming about. Next time I'm in the club, everybody screaming. Jesus walks. God show me the way because the devil's trying to bring me down. Jesus walks with me. The only thing that I pray is that my feet don't fail me now. Man, they got the 50 Cent version of reggae. Oh, that thing fire. A Mini-Man. We at 7:02. We might play us another one. Walk to God. I'm afraid we ain't talking so long. What's happening, family? What up, Steph? Buenos dias. Walk. I'm gonna talk to God, but I'm afraid we ain't spoken so long. Wow. I want y'all to hear the 50 Cent version. Listen to this. On me. Reggae? Marcos, what up, baby? Cristal, what's happening? Step up on me. I can see. The beat. The life away. Stay with me. But this is the Jamaican version. Let's go. About me. Take your life away. This man and many men. Up on me. Baby, look through the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Hey. We about to get started. I'm on one. I don't know if you've ever been been on the live and just immediately got into a vibe. This is what's popping. What is your name? My name is Mr. Holistic. Mr. Holistic, I'm the #1 digital educator in North America, teaching individuals how to fish in the financial markets. So right now we just jamming. We're like 4 minutes into the live. I do this every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. Mountain Time. This is on me. All right, beautiful people. Here we go. Enough is enough. Let's get the frequency on in the background. And let's make it do what it do this morning. How y'all feeling? How your mama doing? How your daddy doing? How your cousins doing? How your grandma's doing? How your relationship with Jesus doing? Lady looked at me yesterday and she says, what would Jesus do? He'd probably tell your ass to put that funnel cake down because you barely breathing. That's what he probably would do. What's happening? How y'all doing? He said, yes, great vibes in the first 3 minutes. Always. Because, it's so easy to come on someone's live and just scroll past it, you know what I'm saying, and miss exactly what we came here for. So let's go over what happened yesterday. And let's see what we got. Yesterday, I was so busy. We sponsored feedings of the vets yesterday. So it was absolutely amazing. We fed the first 100 vets that came into the North Florida State Fair yesterday. So it was amazing. It was an amazing day yesterday. So I was hella busy. I couldn't even track my trades yesterday. People was like, yo, should I stay at your US 30? I was like, bro, I don't even know right now. I'm feeding like 100 vets right now. I have no clue. But we're going to talk about it. I think only thing hit yesterday was US 30, and I think it just blasted through the zone. So let's go. Gold is sitting at 41.29. It's sitting right here at this little tier. So yesterday, she literally didn't do anything but just do this. You see that? Just play around that trend, and which is sideways. So I lost on a gold trade, taking the line rejection, and she just literally just went down, came all the way back up. I had Alex's entry, I think at the 41.14, something like that. Put some ones in the chat if you took that trade. He was giving it off of that trend line right there, and it literally just played with everybody. It went all the way down to like 4,097. 4,097, and then just jump back up to 4,144. Now she's sitting at 4,127 an ounce. That's your price action on gold right there on the 4-hour chart. We got a sell zone right here at 41.86, 41.83. 41.86, 41.83. So I'm not even going to touch it because anything I will be giving you closer sales, more aggressive sales. But let's go look at the market. This is what, NASDAQ. Did she hit? Oh, look at this bitch. I don't even think she tapped it. Let's see. 749. Nope. 749. Nah, she barely missed us. Look at that. Yo, we would have got literally from here all the way down here. That's the NAS sale. What was, or did I move it? I think I moved it. No? It's in the same spot. US 30 went out of whack. But look at NASDAQ. It barely missed us. So this is no longer valid because if this comes back up, it's going to come back up with more buyers. So it'll blast through this little area right there. So you got to be careful. But as I said yesterday, Let me see how I can set this up. Wish death upon me, blood in the eyes and I can't see. So as I said yesterday, it's highly important to choose what style of trading you like, especially in the beginning. So if you are a new trader, type a 1 in the chat. If you've been trading less than a year or less than 2 years, you're still freaking brand new, to be honest with you. Yeah, you told me, Patrice. You told me. Nas played me. So listen to this. Most people struggle. I'll talk about myself. I struggled in the beginning of my journey for the simple fact I was always chasing strategies. Let me say that again. I was always chasing strategies and tracing this long lost art of consistency, of looking at somebody else's psychology on the way they like to trade. Let me repeat that. I struggled in the beginning, consistently seeking, searching for strategies, for psychologies on other people's way of trading, which made me immediately start being inconsistent because when it was working, it was working. And when it wasn't working, guess what you do? You end up start seeking out a different strategy. So you're like, all right, I'm only going to trade with Alex this week. And then Alex first trade gives you an L. So you're like, okay, I'm only going to trade with Paola. Okay, you know what? I'm only going to trade with Easy. You know what? I'm only going to trade with Mr. Holistic. I believe that a key factor in beginning as a beginner trader is to 100% figure out the style you like to trade. If you like to scalp, then you need to be scalping. If you like more of a swing / set it, forget it type of a trader because you're busy and you don't have a lot of time to be going back and forth to the phone, set your parameters. Be willing to lose like you're willing to win. For every $30, so if I'm willing to lose 30, that means I'm trying to gain 100. If I'm willing to lose 100, you understand? I'm trying to gain 500. It's literally like this. Boom, 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 boom. 300 to 500. If I'm willing to lose 500, I'm trying to get 2,500. And I'll take those odds all day. You telling me you wouldn't be willing to risk $30 to make $100? $100 to make $300? You wouldn't be willing to risk it? You wouldn't be willing to risk $500 in the foreign exchange market to make $2,500? This is the numbers that I'm telling you. So when you start understanding that all you have to do is make $150 to $200 some dollars a day in the beginning. All you need to focus on is making $150 to $200 a day. And find a consistent strategy on how to do it. So here we go. You either are going to trade in the middle or you're going to trade from zone to zone. So according to your patience, you need to literally figure out which version of yourself is the best version to have more patience, to set up swing trades, to day trade, to scalp trade, or to position trade. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't know the 4 ways of trading. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't know. This is very, very common. Like people are like, yo, bro, I didn't even know there was different styles of trading. I just wanted to learn how to day trade. Yeah. There's so many ways to day trade. Morning, Rockstar. Morning. What up, Mag? What up, Mag Swag? What's up, Max, man? We aren't engaging with this fool. We got another fool in the chat? All right, I didn't even see him. Eliana, what's up, baby? What's up, mama? You make me tingle when I see you in the morning in my chats. This loser gonna lose all y'all money. I see him. I see him. Give up money now and go straight to God. Well, because you put God in here, let me tell you, we got his son, bro. We got his son. And nobody in his mama house,
in his room with Charlie Brown sheets using somebody else's Wi-Fi is going to make threats in my chat. So just because you're trying to tell people to go to Jesus versus another Discord, I'll leave you alone. I just read some of your comments, and all you telling people to do is go to Jesus versus the stock market. Well, I tell you what, just to comment on that. You can go to Jesus Christ all you want, but going to Jesus Christ without any daily actions is foolishness. Let me say this again, my friend. Going to Jesus without action, going to God, getting on your knees and praying and asking for things without ready to put in action or get educated on the things that you're asking for is foolishness, my friends. It's foolishness. Just saying. Just saying. You can ask all you want. Ye shall receive all you want. And it goes back to saying, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Respectfully. Now go fuck yourself. Sorry, the ego had to take over. The ego had to take over. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. Now go fuck yourself. All right, sorry. You know, you got both of them on the shoulder. You got both of them on the shoulders, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm a work in progress. One is telling me, pray for him. Just pray for him. The other one on my shoulder, fuck him. Beat him, get him. So I'm a work in progress. Let's stay focused. Let's get back onto the charts. Because I'll get back in I'll get in clapback mode and it's over. And then I'll get banned. And then this guy will win. Then I'll have to go back to the Zooms. And then we're not able to spread the light. So if you're in the live, make sure you click the thumbs up. It's at the top. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Make sure you do what you need to do to make the channel keep its vibration and frequency moving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying. So that's what we got. So we're going to delete everything and we're going to just find new trades today. We're going to find new trades today, and then we're going to talk about why you should trade the way you trade. You know what I'm saying? All right. All righty. Yo, Patrice, we got any news today? Somebody tell me what we got news-wise. Or let me actually go find out. Should be weird on my computer sometimes. On my thing. Where my Chrome at? And the devil gonna bleed me. We got news today? Nope, no news, only yellow folders. Forex Factory. ForexFactory.com calendar. Today is yesterday was 11/11, y'all. Yo, so happy Veterans Day, or belated Veterans Day to my vets. Eliana, happy Veterans Day. I appreciate your service, your service. I really appreciate your service. Oh yeah. So we're Gucci. We Gucci. We are Gucci. We have speakers. Didn't they do something with the government shutdown? Didn't they settle the government shutdown? They settled the government shutdown 2 days ago. You got unemployment rates coming in at 7:30 this evening. You got CPI in Europe. You got WPI in Europe. So you got a lot of yellow folders. I don't think there's enough to shake the market this morning. So we might not get a lot of movement this morning. So let's get educated. So as you choose which style of trading you like, it's important to start looking for confirmations that you like. Somebody type that in the chat. If you are a brand new trader, yesterday I showed you why it's important that you need to understand this from the beginning, because this is what is going to make you money. This is the money. Green means buyers, red means sellers. The market moves three ways. Market moves up, market moves down, and the market moves sideways. We don't trade sideways. We don't trade sideways. We don't trade sideways. We trade up and we trade down. So right now, if you're just looking at it, NASDAQ hit that pivotal area because we had a sell zone right here yesterday. Boom. That's what our sell zone was, in this little gap. And remember what I told you, the market likes to come into these gaps and then drop. So she came right up in here. Let me show you where she came at so you can understand where she came. We want to put a blue line or a red line where she came yesterday. Boom. So imagine, come on, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater all your life. Bye, y'all. Our zone was right there. We gave a 300 pip zone. She came to 47. Our zone started at 753. You see that? She came to 47, died. We were sitting at 53. So that means if she come down here, what did I teach you yesterday? What goes up must come down, especially if it wants to continue going up. Let me give you an arrow. What goes up must come down to continue going up. I also taught you guys a thing yesterday about price action. If you know where price is at and you know where price has been, you know where price is going. So if price is finna come and fulfill all of this area, guess what you wait on today? Yesterday's zone becomes a flip zone, and the minute she comes in here and closes in this area, that red line, the 47 to literally, like, I would even say 77 up in here, will literally be a buy zone. Let me show you how that will work. You flip it. Bye. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand flip the zone. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand flip the zone. Bank, close, retest, breakout. Remember that little pattern I told y'all need to look for? And that will continue the trend. That will continue the trend. That's like a safe bet right there. Let her push up in there, blow through the zone. Let her just blow through the zone. Let her retest the zone, and now your aggressive is 25,777, and your modest is 25,747. Put some fire in the chat if you understand what I just told you. $1,777, baby. Flip by. Nice. Boom. Y'all see that? That's a flip buy. And people say, man, I have never seen a buy zone where a sell zone would normally be at. I just believe that because she barely touched the zone. Okay, let me turn the camera around. Put a 5 in the chat right now if you're right here right now and you still struggle on open bell with how to take the signals. Put a 5 in the chat. I'm going to tell you why right now. I'm going to tell you right now. 7, put a 5 in the chat. But why wouldn't that still be a sell since price is below it? I'll tell you why, Steph. Because the market dropped. See, it came like, if this was the zone, Steph, it came like right here, you see? It came like right there. And then dropped like 700, 600 something pips. So when she drops like 700, 600 pips, she not dropping to die. She not dropping to die. Remember I told y'all yesterday, you got to understand price action. She missed us by like 3 pips. So that means she dropped. What? Let's get the numbers. Let's get the numbers, baby. Let's get the numbers. Let me explain it on the chart so you can understand. Because I like to give y'all the psychology. Watch this. Yo, Steph, she dropped 1,149 pips from that close to our zone. So that means she didn't die. Look, she didn't die. She dropped to the EMA 9 and bounced. Guess what she came down to do? Guess what she came down to do? Guess what price come to this for? Why do price come to this? Please type it in the chat. If price is here and price wants to go there, price has to do what for buyers to come in? Type it in. There you go, Kareem. There you go, Sean. There you go, Steph. There you go. So, oh shit. Let me show you. Let me show you. Watch this. Why do you think that is, like, why do you think that happens? There you go, Lady D. That's the correct answer. Everybody's saying pick up buyers. That's correct too. But it's to go grab liquidity. It's to go grab liquidity. So when it goes and grab liquidity, it goes and grabs it, and then people jump in. Because people missed the big buy down at the bottom. So people got their stop loss right there because it broke through the zone. So people put their stop loss right there. So anytime people put stop loss early, it creates liquidity where your entry is at. So when you're nervous and you're literally getting anxiety because you jumped into the trade and your money started doing like this, and you get nervous, that's because that's the market going, she put her stop loss already in profits? We finna go get that. So the market will always drop down, grab liquidity, and then take off. Jane, you might need to go Google that. You might need to go Google that. You might need to go Google that. But since this is Mr. Holistic, I got you. Watch this. Since this is Mr. Holistic, I got you because I know how to in-game adjust. Most educators won't give you that. Watch this.
Hey there. Welcome back.
What up, chat?
Not much. Happy to be here and ready to help out with whatever you got going on. Let me know what's on your mind.
So I'm teaching my live class that I do every Tuesdays and Wednesday called Wick Talk. The title of my class is Why Traders Should Understand They Should Choose Their Style of Trading. And right now I have a beautiful student in my comments asking me, what is liquidity? Can you explain to her what is liquidity in the financial markets?
Absolutely. So for your student asking about liquidity, we can explain it like this. Liquidity in the financial markets basically means how easily an asset can be bought or sold without causing a big change in its price. So if something's really liquid, like a major currency pair or a big stock, you can trade it quickly and easily. If it's less liquid, it might be hard to find a buyer or seller at the price you want. So liquidity is all about how smoothly you can get in and out of trades.
You got that, Jay? So when I say the market comes and grab liquidity, when you got a community of individuals that are uneducated. So just how we're educated, you have communities of uneducated traders. Like pressing the buy button and immediately pressing the stop loss where like right up under it. You got people like this, boom, 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 boom. So what that does, the market is like this. If me and you were the market, Jane, and me and you are holding hands, we Dick and Jane. Well, shit, I don't know why that came out. I meant like Jack and Jill, but Dick and Jane from Jim Carrey. You remember that show? I don't know if y'all remember that movie, so I hope y'all don't get me twisted. I don't, Jasmine, I don't know why that came out. I don't even know where that came from. Dick and Jane, it's a great movie. I don't know why it came out right now, though.
No worries at all. That's the fun.
Chad, I'm not even talking to you no more, bro. Gotta go, man. Appreciate you. So, Jane, if me and you are heading out and we walking up a hill and we need more energy to get to the top, we don't have enough energy to get to the top, Jane. And we gonna turn around and go, oh my goodness, we missed the basket of fruit. It's literally 100 steps that way, 60 steps back to where we just came from. If we go get that fruit, Jane, me and you are going to have enough energy to make it to the top. And the fruit is just further enough, like not too far back, where it's going to hurt our momentum. So the price would drop just a little bit, 100 pips, 200 pips, sometimes 300 pips, just to go grab liquidity real quick and then take off to where it wants to go. So watch this. This is what liquidity grab looks like. This is a 4-hour chart. That's a 4-hour candle. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jane, these green candles represent me and you going to the promised land. We are headed to the most high. We are headed to that all-time high. You understand that? But then we got tired right here at that zone because we said, yo, that's a sell station. That's a sell station. But yesterday, she came almost 3 pips to the sell station and dropped 1,100 pips. Back down to grab liquidity, grab the fruit, and now she on her way back up. So to answer the question for you, Steph, why would you not just sell there again? Because now there's way more buyers in that particular price action than it was when she first came here. You see? She didn't have enough buyers here. So she came all the way down right there, took the bounce from the EMA 9. Let me show you. Took the bounce right there. And now she pulling up. And now when she gets over here, a new candle will open up here in the next hour and 28 minutes. And that candle will have so much bullish force that it's foolish to sell off of. You understand? Y'all understand that? You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? By y'all. It'll be foolish. So now I go, if that candle in the next hour or so closes into this zone, anywhere in here, and then just retest the backside of that zone, she's going to give you that. She's going to give you that. So that explains psychology. You see that? So that explains why I wait. Because see, a lot of people start seeing candles. They start jumping into zones. And the reason why you jump into the zone, because you don't understand the psychology of the price action. And when you start understanding the psychology of price action from signal callers like me, Alex, Paola, Eliana, like when you start, Valerie, when you start learning Meza, like when you start learning the psychology on why we give you the zones we give you, then you start understanding why you should have patience when Mr. Holistic gives you from zone to zone, because they're overbought and they're oversold, and you have the max potential to have the biggest reward and the smallest risk. Yesterday on US 30, for those who don't understand, this is for you, Glorissa, because I love you. Cousin Glo, if I'm busy and I can't manage the trade for you, only be willing to give the trade 300 pips. What do I mean by that? Watch this, y'all. Your cousin Glo, from 25.77 to 25.747. That's only 300 pips. So what do I mean by that? Watch this. If a candle comes into this zone and you take an aggressive, okay, and then you take a modest, if the trade does not immediately come back down and give you an opportunity to close out that aggressive, and she pushes past the modest, you must close your first entry, because that is 300 pips from here to here. So that's too much of a drawdown. So when I say, yo, I'm willing to risk $30 from here to here to get my entry, to get my profits, I'm willing to lose $300 to get that entry right there. But that $300 have to be in this 300 pips. Now, when you have capital, sometimes I would literally take my aggressive, see it push into the modest, but that's why my very first entry is not the same lot size as my modest entry. So when you are taking aggressive and modest, here's the sauce. Your aggressive lot size should be smaller than your modest lot size. How do you know when to split the lot size? When I have a candle like this pushing towards my zone. So when we go to US 30 and watch US 30, what she did yesterday, look, she went, look at it. Yo, Glow, Rissa, where you at? ¿Dónde está, mommy? ¿Dónde está? Put your hand up. Put your hand up. I can go in our text messages. Where Jose at? Jose, you in here? Your brother in here? I can go in our text messages. And I probably can scroll maybe through about 4 or 5 of our little laughing texts and get right back to the text of you asking me at like 6 in the morning or even probably 7 at night, can you explain to me what is a big green candle? What does that mean? You remember you asked me that question? There we go. Glorissa and Jose. These are for you because I love you guys. I told you, when you see a really big green candle coming in towards a sell zone, you should be extremely careful. So yesterday when you had 3 entries, because I couldn't see it, like I said, I didn't have service. Now I started looking at it and I go, whoa, why would you take 3 entries when you got that big ass green candle, baby? It went from here to that. That is that is no longer valid. You could take it just to take it because it's a proven area. But you don't go 3 entries there because of the actual risk. So let me give it to you straight. Anytime you see a big ass green candle or a big ass red candle coming into a buy zone, your risk increase like by 1,000. Do you understand that? Your risk increase by 1,000. And the reason why I say that, because it's like catching a falling knife. You understand that? If someone drops a knife, you don't catch it. Oh shit, you get out the way. That's what you do to those zones. Put a 1 in the chat if everybody understands that now. So this is why we say as leaders, like, when I look at it, I'm like, I know it hit my stop loss, but nobody should have really even took that trade if it came through like this on the 4 hour. So that's how somehow I'm double clicking when I hit the button. So this is probably a signal. This is probably your signal. In the beginning, when I was using liquids, I used to notice, put an 8 in the chat if you have that issue. Sometimes you press the button one time and you find yourself with 2 entries. And you're like, what the fuck? I didn't press it twice. This will 100% be your signal. This will be like your Wi-Fi. This will be the stall where you thinking that you only pressed it once, but you didn't click. It didn't activate. So you hit the button again. Every time you hit that fucking button, it's going to get you in there. Yes, it's going to get you in there. So that's why while pressing the button, it's highly important that you have your 7 rules of trading down and packed. Like number 1, set the vibe. Number 2, check the time. Number 3, check the news. Find out who's the bully. Number 4, go to the charts. Number 5, mark up the charts. Number 6, take the sale, like find the zone. Number 7, press the fucking button. No, it's not holding the button too long. Sometimes, if you're trading during open bell, let me say this. Let me also say this. When you're choosing as a new trader to participate in open bell, you're choosing to participate in the most aggressive timing in the market. Do you hear me? If you're a lady, type a 1 in the chat if you're a lady. Type a 1 in the chat if you're a lady. Because I'm going to make this make super sense. Type a 2 in the chat if you're a single lady in the chat. right here, right now. Type a 2 in the chat if you're a single lady. Let's go with the single lady. Let me talk to the single ladies. Ah, the single ladies. Let me get that Beyonce. Let me get that Beyonce. Where my baby? Where my ladies at? Where my ladies at? Fellas, y'all better be looking at all of these twos. Y'all better be looking at all these twos, fellas. Shit, hold on, girl. I didn't know we had all these twos in here. Damn. Assalamu alaikum here. Assalamu alaikum. Let me ask y'all this, ladies. Everybody put that 2. Would you like the guy to come really professional? Really, you know what I'm saying? Like really, like you can see he got manners. He's been a gentleman. Or would you like an aggressive man? You know what I'm saying? Like, here it is. This is the question. Would you like someone being a nice little gentleman, opening the door for you? You know what I'm saying? Talking to you nice, saying good positive things for you, leading you sharp, like you know what I'm saying? Like on his shit. Or would you like a rough house, aggressive ass individual that has literally no recoil on what he says, no recoil on his action? He looking at the door as you looking at the door, and she's like, yo, you're not even gonna open the door? You're like, shit, you got hands? You got hands like I got hands. You prefer a gentleman, right? That's how you should look at some of these candles. When you see a big green candle, that's an aggressive guy hitting on you at Publix. And you're like, bro, watch yourself. I'm just here to get some snacks and get about my business. But when a gentleman approaches you at Publix, you're like, shit, I might need to go back to Publix every day until I run back into that individual. You understand? I might need to go run right back in Publix until I run into that man again. Now, Steph, so let me describe myself. See, I'm that gentleman, but I'm also very aggressive. So I'm the guy that will open the door for you, but I got a gun on me. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm the guy that say, hey, ma'am, good morning. You look amazing. Here's the door, but I got a Glock on me, though. And if I ain't got a Glock on me, I got a blade on me. You understand? Like that's like, and I'm also the guy that says, yo, bro, we were here in line. We ready to go. I don't give a fuck if you just got one item. You should ask. Get your ass in the back of that line. Like I'm that guy also. You see what I'm saying? I'm also the guy that sees something that I don't like and I will say something. I'm that guy. So I'm like sometimes aggressive at fault, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, you know what, bro, don't even get your hands over there. But then something doesn't allow that, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't stand to watch a woman get abused by an ignorant individual when all it takes is just being a gentleman. Like I can't stand to see it. I can't stand to see a woman crying. I can't stand to see it. This is like the country DNA in me. I can't stand to see it. So when I see it, I act. So that goes back to saying, it's important to learn how you like to trade, because when you start seeing what you like in the markets, it's important for you to take action. It's important. I see a door, I see a female, I open the door. I don't care if she's mine or she's someone else's. I will open the door for the female and the husband. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind saying, yo, bro, I got you. You keep the bags, I got the door, because I just came in here to get razors. Y'all come on through. You see? Because one thing I know, it doesn't cost you anything to be a good person. It can cost you a lot being nice. Now, why do I tell y'all this? Because it's important to grow as a trader. Because some of you guys are too nice to yourself. And being nice to yourself gets you put in second place. When you good to yourself, you're going to put yourself in the best position, even if it's hard. You understand that? I hope y'all understand that, because I hope y'all understand that metaphor. The reason why I say this is, Glorissa, don't be taking that many entries on a big-ass green candle, because now you're going to end up, you know what I'm saying, your risk is way too high and your rewards are way too low. You understand that? You can't do that, baby. You can't do that. So vice versa. You see a big-ass red candle, Look at that as like that aggressive ass individual that then came into the supermarket and then slapped you on your ass and don't even know your name or your favorite color. Because I know y'all don't mind getting slapped on your ass, but there's a timing for it. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't think there's a woman out there that don't mind being tapped on the ass, but there's a timing for everything. You see? You can't just run up on them and be like, psh, ma'am, how you doing? I noticed that you were looking so nice here in Publix. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. So that right there was a no-go. Let's go look at smaller time frames. You see, even on a small time frame, it pushed right there. Look where it closed. Look at the psychology. It's exactly what I'm telling y'all about NASDAQ right now. Look at this. Look at this big green candle. It closed right, look, right at the zone. It closed right at the zone. It pulled back just a little bit and shot through. Here's a warning. Y'all see that? I'm zooming in. Look. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that little gap? I'm trying to hold it still. Bye, y'all. Let me say something to y'all. If you have a zone and the market gets that close to it, the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. If you have a zone and the market gets that close to it, closes right there, new candle opens, drops a little bit, that trade, the modest entry, is the only valid entry. Let me show you again. Look, this candle right here, come on, that candle right there, this is the sell zone. It closed right here, open right here. That means the aggressive is no longer valid. The modest is the only one that's valid. And let me tell you why. Because that gives you, if you take your modest entry only, now you have another 300 pips this way to in-game adjust to see if she's going to drop somewhere in here. But if you look at these particular candles, this one and this one, if I would have saw this yesterday, I would have said, yo, US 30 is no longer valid. Why? Because there's so much bullish momentum and there's very little wicks on these candles. You see that, beautiful people? Look. There's very little wicks. These look like wet t-shirt contest candles. That look like that baby areola right there. You know what I'm saying? That perky, that looks like the perky. So anytime you have very small wicks on candles, fellas, that looks like little nipples, that's too much bulls. That's too many buyers. You can't be selling off those candles. Sorry if I have to relate it to layman terms. A lot of people don't understand the wicks. It's like nipple. It looks like a nipple. That's when you see the candle start doing like that, cutting the glass, you already know we got some good rejections. We got some good rejection. Yo, Kylie, what up, baby? What up, Kylie? You know me, I'm still on my same old same, trying to break the market down in layman terms for any and everybody to understand with good frequency and good vibration. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know, put a 1 in the chat if light bulbs are coming on. Because the whole purpose of why I'm telling you all of this, we give you amazing zones, and you can win and you can lose with us. But we're 100% proven winners. But you yourself have to start understanding the direct trade management. Like you have to start understanding like, oh shit, the risk is way too high. I don't want to take that trade. My capital is way more important than to take that trade on that big ass aggressive green candle. I don't want to deal with a guy like that. I just got out of a crazy ass relationship. I don't want to jump into another one. How many people got into a crazy ass trade, didn't lose much, but it was just emotional as hell. Emotional damage. Put a 1 in the chat. I am beginning to understand your top-down analysis for scalping. Does this work the same for swing trades? Absolutely, Stephanie. Absolutely. All you got to do is just choose how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I do a top-down analysis, watch this. Let's go to let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. Watch this. I'll do a top-down analysis on gold right now. Watch this, y'all. And if you don't know what a top-down analysis is, that's how you get the zones. You start at the week, you go to the day, you go to the 4 hour, you find the gaps, and then you find out where your money is at. Let's go to the week. Boom. Here's your weekly. Weekly high. Boom. Make it yellow. Bang. Let's go weekly low. Let's get it right up in here. Let's go where it consolidated. We'll make a tight one. Let's get a tight one. Boom. That's a weekly. That's tight because it's at an all-time high right now. So this is tight. Watch this. Boom. I want you guys to see it. Those are our prices. That's our weekly floor and our weekly high. 43.92, 48.74. So now what's important is to go to your day. Boom. And see what's happening in the day. Boom. Look at that daily candle. You got sell positions here. You got buying position here. So she's trying to break this area here. So she's going to consolidate. She's produced 2 small candles. So what I do is I take the daily high. Watch this. Which is there. You see that candle over there? There's that gap. Because there's something here. Look. There's something right up in here that is keeping the candles, the market, from pricing, piercing through this area. You see that? Look. There's something there. There's a gap there too. Look at the gap when I go all the way in. Look at the gap. Look at the gap right there. Look at that gap. I want to go all the way in there so y'all can understand what I mean by that gap. That means something pushed the market to here, and then price decided to drop down here. It came right here. Then price dropped all the way down here, pulled all the way back up, dropped all the way back down. You see that? So there's something here that makes price drop down. So we take that and go, yo, that's, come on, get out of there. This is our daily roof. Bye, y'all. Settings, template, daily roof. Bye, y'all. Where's our daily floor? Boom. There's our daily floor. Bang. Because it's proven to come here to that price and bounce. Find buyers there. Find liquidity there. I know liquidity is here. Remember what I told y'all about liquidity? What is liquidity? Liquidity is when price does not mind dropping down just to find more buyers and then head back into the area it was at. Meaning, price is sitting where it's at. It does not mind going back to where it came from. Going back to his old hood, old price, picking up his homeboys, and then going up to a new price. That's what that means. Oh, y'all want to play at 41.34? Y'all playing with me, gang? All right, I'm finna head right back to 4,000 block, and I'm finna grab some of my homies, and then we're gonna head right back up to 4,100 block, and then I'm gonna see y'all at the 41.34, and we finna blast through y'all ass and head to 41.60. That's for my gangsters. If you know, you know. Can you explain the gap one more time? Heidi, that's exactly what I just explained. That's exactly what I just explained. So let me explain it in a civilized term. Price could not reach 4,160. So the homie said, yo, since you are proven not to get into this area, come back down to 4,098 and pick up some more equipment. Come down here. I got all the artillery for you. And if you need more, then you're going to have to come down here to get that bazooka to blow that 4160 out of the area. Like that resistance up there, you need artillery to get through there. So you might have to come down here where these wicks is at and get that real artillery where that big green candle started, because it ain't got no nipples on it, you see? I hope y'all understand the language that I'm using. Basically, it came back down here to get more buyers, and now it's headed back to 4160 to challenge the resistance there. So because I got the daily range, how I find it is literally going down to the 4-hour now, and then I find the bigger gaps in the market, you see? So now I go, all right, where's the gap? Look, gaps is there. Look at this gap. Look at this gap. Look at that gap. You see that? That's liquidity. That's liquidity, y'all. Look, this right here. You see that? That's liquidity right there. That's the beauty of a top-down analysis, because I started at my week, then I got my daily floor. I got my daily roof. This is my daily floor. I didn't even tag it. Let me tag it so y'all can understand what it is. Boom. That's my daily floor. So that's daily lowest price. That's daily highest price. And I got gaps at the top and gaps at the bottom. And the market is sitting in the middle. So when I pull that back, I go, how many ways do the market move? Y'all type it in the chat. How many ways does the market move? Type it in the chat. Look, how many ways does the market move? Now, we trade only 2 ways. The market moves 3 ways. Which way is it moving now? Which way is it moving out of the 3 ways that it moves? There you go, Samuel. Clarissa. So why would I not trade here? Why would I not trade here, right now? Because it's moving sideways. So guess what I have to do? I have to wait till she go and grab liquidity from here or here. Now, here's the beauty. Watch this. You got 4,098. Boom. To 4101. Boom. You see that? That's a buy. And what I'm saying is, if the market comes back down and grabs liquidity here, that area will give you at least 60 to 80 pips. It has the potential to give you way more because it could go back to the daily high because there's a gap there that it has to go and fill, and it's trying to fill it. It keeps going down, coming back up, going down, coming back up, coming down, going back up. So I'm going, history likes to repeat itself. So the market came here, saw this price, found resistance at 41.39, and is retracing back down to go grab liquidity, you see, from here, like this, boom, and then she goes. Come on, get out of there. Give me my right line. Oh, man, it's 7:57. I'd had too much fun with y'all today. Boom, you see? 4,098 to 4101. That's a zone. Now, sell zone. I'm going to give you an aggressive sell today since there's no news. Now, the bigger zone is 4,160 to 4,057, 157. That's your bigger sell zone. That's from zone to zone here. From daily roof, boom. That's a sell zone. Somebody type it in the chat. Somebody type it in the chat. 4160 to 4157 sell zone. Type it in the chat so everybody can see it. Buy zone. Now, that's swing trading. That's a swing trade. Watch this. If I want to day trade it, open bell, you're going to see stuff like this. You're going to go, oh shit, there's a lot of resistance at the top. So Paola, Valerie, Alex, Meza, they'll be giving you sell positions from here. You see? They'll give you sell positions from here, from the nearest resistance. So when you're dealing with the open bell, you're looking at resistance in the middle of the areas where it's actually trying to go grab liquidity. You understand that? So the reason why open bell has so much volatility, because during that time frame, you have enough people pressing the buy button and enough people pressing the sell button with institutional money coming in at the same damn time. So the market goes do 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 do. But at the end of the day, it still goes where it wants to go. But it shakes people off. You see? That's the purpose of saying, if I want to be an aggressive guy going to the ladies and just asking for sex, that means it has to be a number game. It has to be a numbers game. And I have to go through quantity over quality. Because if I'm just looking for sex, not everybody is just looking for sex. You see? So I have to go, ma'am, you want to have sex? 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 You see? That's not how you do it. It's not how you do it. So I go, yo, I'm not an aggressive trader. I'm a businessman. So I like to do business. So I'm going, what is the best price to do business? This on an hour time frame shows me what? I'm gonna go a little bit over, but it's okay because we got time today. Look, what does this show me? What does it show me? Boom. What does it show me? It shows me a W, but it's literally has to complete it here. So if the market is down here, she's been here, where's she going? She's going right here. So in open bell, you're going to get 4140, 4143, 4145 to 4142. You're going to get these sell positions because that's where the nearest resistance is at. I give you the safest resistance. You see? From both sides. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand that metaphor. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand that metaphor. You understand that? Wherever resistance and support is at, during open bell, I come on before open bell, and I give you from zone to zone. Open bell, you're going to scout, and it's going to be extremely fast. So you need to make a decision going like, yo, do I want to take the aggressive? Do I want to take the modest? You need to know already. Before you press the button, you need to know. Because if you're just like waiting on open bell and saying, oh my God, they just put okay, we have a gold buy, we have a gold sell, we have a US 30 buy, US 30 sell, NASDAQ buy, NASDAQ sell. Which one am I going to take? You need to already have that in your mind. You already need to know, all right, I'm going to participate in open bell. I'm only going to trade NASDAQ because NASDAQ pays out, but it doesn't move as crazy as gold. It doesn't move as crazy as US 30. I can handle NASDAQ movement. So I'm only going to trade NASDAQ. You have to make that decision. You have to make that decision because if you trade in NASDAQ, then you're trading US 30, then you're trading gold, then you're trading currencies, like you're all over the place. You're basically a whore in the market. You're basically a whore in the market. You understand that? You're like whoring yourself. You're like whoring your capital. So when you see the last leg of the W, that's where your zones will come from. You see, that's where your fast scalp zones will come from. You will see, yo, you got trend line rejections here. Boom. You see that? You got trend line rejection lines right there. Bye, Al. You got the last leg of the W right here. You got a trend line break close retest can happen right here. She retests here. Then you have all of this movement. And imagine this is 200 something pips. 200 pips. 100 plus pips over here. This is like 50, 60 something pips, 150 something pips. So you got 150 some pips going up, 200 some pips going down. Open bell, we're going to find out where the money is at in this range. And if we find her going down here, you're going to be buying up here and running her clean up into my sell zone. If you find sell rejection up in here, you're going to run that sell clean up down to my buy zone. Because it's almost sometimes impossible for me to catch open bell, especially when I'm on the West Coast, because it's like my gym time, because it's like 6:15 in the morning. And normally if I don't get to the gym right at 5, I'm running 6:15, 6:20, getting out of the gym. So I don't like to rush come home, be all soaky, wet, sweaty, and then immediately start trading. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I like to come home, shower. I got my baby girls all over me. They just kind of like getting up, going back to sleep from Wick talk and stuff like that. So I like to be more relaxed, you know. So I'm like, all right, if none of my zones in here, Hakuna Matata, let me go support people who are doing open bail. So I hope you guys truly understand this. I didn't give you guys any, I mean, you got your gold signals. I didn't give any signals today in class, but I think you guys learned a lot today. I think you guys learned a lot. You guys should understand that if it's an aggressive trade, if it's an aggressive candle, don't take the trade. It's not worth the risk. If it's a very small candle going into the actual zone that we're telling you to sell or buy from, it is worth the risk. It's worth the risk to have a couple of entries. An aggressive entry smaller, then your modest entry will be bigger. So if it does go in your way, that a modest entry will swipe out that aggressive entry, and you won't even it's like you'll be so happy. And that's what you have to get consistent in. If I'm going to use a 0.10, my aggressive entry is 0.03. My modest entry is a 0.07, which gives me a 0.10 in the market. And when the 0.07 gets into 30 pips profits, that means that my aggressive is now at break even. So the minute my aggressive gets close to break even or just at break even, it is a must that you close her out. It's a must that you close her out. Do not hold an aggressive, then a modest, and then go, oh, I'm in a drawdown on everything. Which ones? No, baby. You got to close the aggressive because that was a mistake. That was an aggressive entry, and it didn't pan out. You dealt with an aggressive guy, and he messed you over. He cost you $30, $40, $50, $60. He was an asshole. He set you up. You paid for a date, and he didn't show up. That's aggressive. That's why it's aggressive. Modest is conservative. It's like, yo, let's go to the movies. Let's go out to eat. Let's go, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's date. Let's do this. That's your modest entry. Watch this. Watch the rejection on gold. Let line rejection works on gold. We are 5 minutes. Watch it. I know a lot of people that just make money off of trend line rejections. Watch this. Boop. I know a lot of people that make money right off trend line rejections. We're going to give you a 20 pip zone. Watch this. 41.27 to 41.25. 41.27 to 41.25. And I guarantee you can press the buy button when it comes in here. It's already at kind of like, it already touched 27 and jumped off. So maybe you were like a little bit too late. But she'll come up in here and she'll bounce off and she'll give you 30, 40, 50, 60, like 50, 60 pips. Easy. Right here. Boom. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. Like, I'm telling you. Do you have a trading channel? My brother, we have a trading community. We have a trading community. We've been the number one trading community for almost 11 years. Almost 6 years. I personally been trading for almost 11 years, educating for the last 6 years during COVID. I'm probably the most entertaining educator when it comes to day trading besides Alex Lugo while educating on a live stream. Like, I don't know too many people that can interact with the comments, go into the live channel, live charts, and literally deal with both clowns in the comments, questions in the comments, and stay focused on the actual accuracy of teaching the foreign exchange market. I don't know too many people that can do it with a black Jesus on hand and a white one. You understand that? So what I try to do, watch this. What I try to do while I'm here, I try to break this language down so the average individual can understand it. And when you start understanding that we trade what we see, trend line rejection, the market is respecting this price. So if I see her jump into this area, watch, she likes to pull from there. Watch her. And then we're going to get up out of here. I want you guys to see it. There she goes. Watch her. She's seeking liquidity. She's trying to find liquidity. Look at where she's at. Look at where she's going. Watch it. Watch it. Let me pull back so you can see it. Watch that EMA 9. Watch that EMA 9. And then we're going to get up out of here. This is a 1 hour trade, 1 hour time frame. Trend line rejection. Gold is sitting at 41.27. She has 51 minutes to do this right here. You see that? That right there. And here she comes. Here she comes. So you guys remember that. And you're going to notice that that trend, if it holds, she's going to go back up to 41.45. She's going to reject from 41.45. And then she's going to bounce like this. That's how it works. She's right there at the 26. Watch it. Watch it. She's right there on the trend. She's right there on that trend. You see that? She's right there on that trend. Bang. Trend line rejection. She's right there on that trend. You see that? So imagine if you have an aggressive entry at a 27. When she comes down to the 25, let's say you take that entry there. The minute you take this 25, look at this. The minute you take this 25, and then that candle pulls all the way back up there. Now watch this. Let's say you take an L. I don't believe this is going to be an L. But let's say you take an L, and then this candle closes here. The next candle will retest the backside of the trend. You close that trade out, and then you follow her back down, because now we know that she's trying to break a 1 hour trend. You see? But imagine, she has to close down here. She is proven to bounce from down here. And here she comes. You see? Like this. This is why you be patient. You're like, oh, she's about to break the trend. No. You got 49 minutes. You got 49 minutes. You got 49 minutes. Here she comes. You see? Boom. Let her pull herself on up. Get herself together. Get herself together. And then that's what you call a fake out. And I will show you guys fake outs. Look at that. That is called a fake out. That is called a fake out. And I will show you guys how to trade that. My next live. My next live. You understand that? You understand that, beautiful people? That's called trading in the middle. And when you trade in the middle, it's going to be higher risk, same reward. When you trade from zone to zone, it's lower risk, higher reward. And if you got that 41.23, that's an amazing area to buy from. You see, it's like 20 pips under your modest. It's like 20 pips under your modest. Stop playing with me, gang. Close your aggressive. It just hit 27. So you should already have closed your aggressive. It popped up to the 27. Close that aggressive and only hold that modest. You see, that's how you trade that. You could have took 40 pips easily. Boom, 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 boom. 40, 60 pips, easy. Took my 30 pips. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Imagine. That's trading 101. That's literally trading 101. That's trading 101. And that's from a top-down analysis. So I went from a top-down analysis giving you a swing position to jumping down to the 1 hour and immediately finding a trend line rejection. And it gave me 30 pips, 40 pips. Easy. Like that. Bing, 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 bing. I love you guys. I love you guys. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Put a 1 in the chat if you did not get a chance to close out your aggressive. Put a 1 in the chat if you didn't get a chance to close out your aggressive. Because she's back sitting at modest and she's gonna push up to your aggressive again. So she's gonna get ready to hit that 27 and then you can close her out. She's sitting at 41.26 and pushing. So if you're still in her, Lady D, the minute you see the 41.27, which is literally like right now she's there. You should close that trade out. You should close her out right now. She's at 41.27 right now. And you should only have the 41.25 or the 41.23. You understand that? Like that's where price is at right now. Look. She's right at the aggressive entry. Right there. Boom. Close her out. You see how she pop up there and pop back down? You got to close her out right there. And just only hold down here. And then that's how you manage your trade. That's how you manage your trade. She gave you an opportunity to close your early entry, which is a smaller entry. Keep your bigger entry. And now you got protection, you see? And now you take your 30, 40, 50 pips. And now you got capital to go into open bail to really make some moves. So D'Angelo, now there are certain times I just close her out. If the market just takes off, my stop loss goes to break even. I don't just close my aggressive or my modest. I don't close them. If that just hit that trend and just boom, went from 41.25 to like 41.29, and it just went straight past the 41.27, that's when I put my aggressive at break even and I don't close her out. And I go, yo, she comes back and get clipped out, nah, no problem. I was going to close it out anyway at barely nothing. So that's when I hold it. But if it just kind of like teeters right there, I close her out. If she like negative like 20 cents and I'm like positive like $30 or $40 on my modest, oh, I take the 20-cent L. I take the $2 L. I take the $3 L. I don't give a fuck about it. If I was negative $30 on my aggressive and now I have a bigger entry at my modest and I get ready to close my aggressive and she just negative like $2.38, oh, I'm closing that bitch. Lens, are you trading? Oh, I'm in her from 41.23. I'm in her from 41.23 with stop loss at break even. I'm up literally 40 pips right now. When I get out class, I'm going to take profits. Like this. Like I'm in there. I press the buy button. I press the buy button at 41.23. You see? Can we see the smaller time frame? Of course. Of course. Look. Brody. There she goes. That's a new candle. In that zone. In that zone. Small time frame, you got her breaking it. You see? On a small time frame, you got a new candle. She didn't cross over. So guess what she got to do? She's either going to pull up or she's going to come up out of this zone. Remember that zone. Remember that zone. She's going to either pull up or come up out of there. You see? There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. But you'll get confused over here. You'll get confused over here, Brody. Stay on those high time frames, and then it'll give you exactly what you want to see. The 1 hour is where we took the trade, and it'll give you exactly what you want to see. Bye. Look at that, Brody. Look at that, Brody. Look at that, Brody. Amen. I gave you guys an extra 15 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're trying to join, please DM me. Please DM me and say, yo, Mr. H, I was just on your live session. I love the way you teach. I love the way you interact with everyone. Beautiful. Like, I love the way you interact with everyone. I would love to join. All you got to do is DM me. I will give you my phone number, which is 702-449-4243. 702-449-4243. Shoot me a text. Let's plan a phone call, and then we literally chop it up. I do not sign anyone if I don't talk to you. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. You have to talk to me to get on my squad, the AAA community. Just that simple. If I ain't talk to you, I ain't fucking with you. Just that simple. I got beautiful ladies over here, and I got a whole bunch of single ladies over here that I just found out. So I can't just bring any and everybody over here. I got to protect my ladies. I love you guys. Y'all make the rest of your day the best of your day. Deuces, beautiful people. Deuces, beautiful people. Eliana, you know I love you. You know I love you and I miss you. You know I love you and I miss you. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. So today we're going out. We're loving on people. I got a lot of work to do this morning. So I'm also glad I didn't even give you signals because I have no energy or time to manage trades right now because I got some big business to be handling this morning. So I'm excited. So I love you guys. Y'all make the rest of your day the best of your day. Deuces, beautiful people. Deuces.